Hi. Welcome to Fellow Nightmares with your host, Zachary Binks, and my other host over here can't fucking speak, and her name is Tay Mayhem Myers. We have gone through it this morning.
You have gone through it this morning.
I have gone through it this morning.
Look, that man has only been awake for an hour and a half.
I am not that much better.
I drank a pot of coffee.
I haven't.
I've been up since like 7.
Lucky
he woke up
bitch.
at 10:05. So,
I am too tired for this.
well, we have to do this.
Yes, we do.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
You want to just jump straight into it because
Yeah, you're too tired for this. So,
Your husband full on drained me.
he rage baited you into exhaustion. Which is entertaining for me.
But it's not going to be so entertaining for the actual
listeners. So please check out the bloopers that are going to come out of just the last 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because my husband really did a number on poor Binksy here. So
Also, if you like that enough, we'll get you a picture of his ass.
maybe.
Maybe.
There's a whole biofreeze incident. We're going to... Anyway.
Look, originally he was supposed to be in here with us, like babysitting us, but
He
apparently
rage baited Zach so much that he had to leave.
yeah.
And
No, it's because of the fact he was gonna be like, "Oh, I have to babysit you," and then yet he kept on interrupting us.
instigating, and you kept falling for it. It's okay. It's a new experience for you. This is the last 12 years of my life. All right. Are you ready to hear about
I am.
my fucking idol? I want to be her when I grow up.
Yes, let's hear about your idol.
Okay, so I am going to deviate a little bit from the true crime. There is the possibility that a crime was committed, but there's no proof.
Okay.
So I am going to take us way back in time to, let's see, what year is it? Mid-1800s.
Like when you said, "I'm going to take us way back," I was expecting to hear like 1970 something. I was about to laugh.
Let's put it this way. This woman was born in 1783.
Nice.
So,
Good on her.
And this is Hannah Cranna, the Witch of Monroe County.
Hannah Cranna.
Hannah Cranna. So basically, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of information about her.
Alrighty.
All right. A little backstory. So her actual name is Hannah Hovey. She was married to Captain Hovey, whose name is either Joseph, James, or John. I have found 3 different sources, but her tombstone says wife of Captain Joseph Hovey. So I'm going with that one. Birth year, I've gotten multiple different numbers on when she was actually born, so we're going with 1783. But apparently she was a woman very much after my own heart, where people relied on her husband to keep her in check.
That is not like you. Whenever has your husband... Okay, I did not say that correctly. When has your husband ever fully kept you in check besides the in-laws?
That's the only time he has to. I have a very short temper, and I'm also his ride or die, so he can call, no questions asked. I'm showing up. Like, the only question is, whose car are we going to take? That's mine and his relationship. The people in Monroe County, Connecticut, kind of like, especially for this time period, right? Very church is the center of everything, very submissive women, husband is the head, and bullshit. But it's how it worked back then, whether I like it or not. Her husband was a ship captain, so he would be gone, and she would have to handle shit on her own. And it takes, a certain type of woman to be able to do that.
A badass bitch.
A badass bitch. So one story I read said that about a year after they got married, he ended up shipwrecked for 6 years. And she had literally just given birth to their first child. And he gets shipwrecked for 6 years. Found it in one source.
Shipwrecked.
He comes back and that was, yeah. And I also want to say this same source said that they got married in 1783, but everything else says, and literally her tombstone says she was born in 1783.
There's a lot of conflicting.
There's a lot of conflicting information. And what sucks is this was from the Monroe Historical Society's website. I'm like, I need y'all to double check some information here.
I need y'all to fact check yourselves.
Right. And they put it out for Women's History Month because they're like, this woman was a local legend and still is. They still talk about her. So basically, she was a woman who was used to being left to her own devices. She had the protection of a husband, but he was rarely there. And, a couple of different sources I've said, the good captain enjoyed his drink.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Right. He enjoyed a drink or 12.
Or 15.
you know.
Okay, but why did you go with 12 and like not a multiple of 5? I'm sorry, that gets on my nerves a little bit. Look, her husband tried my patience.
Now you're going to try mine.
I'm trying yours. And and then you're going to try your husband's patient. It's a circle. It's a circle.
No.
Come on, do it.
Anyway. He had a bit of a drinking problem as far as
Alky?
Hannah was concerned.
He was an alky.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean,
maybe not.
Not a whole lot of information about that. So, Hannah was used to being left on her own. Fend for yourself. I'll be back eventually. But the people in town were very much of her husband controls her. Her husband keeps her in check. Her husband might as well be a saint. She's such a difficult woman.
Saying that to the woman whose husband is gone most of the time and she has left to her own devices.
Yeah.
It sounds like he knew what he was marrying. And just like, you know what? You go, girl.
You do you, boo.
You do you, boo.
So, sadly, as things happen, Captain, my captain, tragically dies. Couple of different theories as to what actually happened. Because there's reports, he knew every inch of his property. There's no way he would have just walked off that cliff.
A cliff?
Yeah.
Like he fell off. How we like to do it.
Yeah.
He bounced.
A bitch bounced. Anyway, so he mysteriously walks off the cliff, like a 30, 60 foot cliff. I can't remember which one. And some people say it's because he was drunk. There was some reports that he was feeling kind of disoriented and dizzy prior to leaving his home that night. And others say that his wife used her magic to cast a spell on him where he thought he was just walking across the yard and not off a cliff.
Wow, a strong, independent woman. Blame her for magic.
So,
the amount of fucking...
At this point, a legend. A legend is born. All right? Because he's a very well-respected man. Everybody's like, hey, he keeps Hannah in check, right? And they're all, mourning his death. But then, of course, the gossip starts, he knew every inch of that property. He knew every dip in the land. He knew
No, to me, it just sounds like they're just making shit up to frame her because they all just don't like her.
So what did not help, and they're literally gossiping, and what did not help the situation is because Hannah was used to being on her own. She was not trying to throw herself into the grave with him. She was not a sobbing mess. She wasn't sobbing, Captain, my captain, none of that shit. Okay? She was like, fuck.
God damn
he
it.
did. But everybody looked at that like, oh, she had something to do with it. No emotions. Whatever. So...
to me, it just sounds like, damn, I lost my safety net.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
I don't know if it was a love match. I can't find anything about their marriage other than that he was gone and they potentially had 5 children.
I'm not saying this is true, but to me, it just sounds like it was a marriage of convenience on both ends. I mean,
it does sound like he was significantly older than her. So who knows? I was not around in 1803, because they got married, she was 20. I know that much. 1803 when they got married. No idea. Hannah is expected to play this part of the widow and basically rely on the charity of her neighbors and to beg for help.
But when she doesn't conform to that role,
Hannah is like, nah, bitch. She would ultimately go on to embrace the witch
persona. Honestly, I love that for her.
Right. I love everything that she does.
Fucking iconic.
She is an icon. Oral history about her, which is part of the problem that getting information.
Yeah.
Is oral history not always reliable. So, most widows would be like, oh, can you help me with some firewood? And Hannah would be like, hey.
I can do it myself.
No, she's like, hey, drop that bundle at my house.
Oh, I was expecting
Hannah used these people's fear of her for extortion.
Oh, I love this.
I love this. Okay. So she would sit on her front porch, weather permitting, in a high back chair, draped in a bunch of shawls because her clothes, she refused to buy new clothes or make new clothes. So if things got ratty, she just wore it and just layered. But she would sit on her front porch in this high back chair and watch down on the road because her house was set up on this ridge, and she would watch people coming and going. And if she's seen someone coming that had a load of firewood.
Be like, hey, you.
She would go down and tell them, hey, leave me some of that. And if they refused her, she'd be like, okay, we'll see what happens, and walk back up to her house.
It's like, your funeral.
Horse might go lame on the way home. Wheel might break on the wagon. Pure coincidence of shit. But the townspeople, she literally lived rent-free in their head.
Don't you love it, living rent-free in someone's head?
I love living rent-free in somebody's head. But she literally lived rent-free in their head. They were so scared of her. They even, at one point, she was nicknamed the Queen of the Valley because she would sit up on her porch and watch everyone.
No, like, I was literally thinking when you were saying, oh, she sat on a high back chair looking down on her. I was
on
like,
a
that's
fucking throne.
That's some queen-ass behavior right there.
So, she's very much like she knew what these people thought of her. She knew they did not respect her. They feared her. And she's like, eh.
And honestly, like, what a girl gotta do in that, like, during that time?
What? You have options. You can either be, oh, poor pitiful me, or Hannah.
And she refused to play that role.
Right. She refused to play by anybody's rules. So the townspeople would literally bring her, eggs, or, flour or whatever you would need, supplies. They would leave kindling, at the base of the hill.
Like, as offerings.
Basically, yeah, they would give her whatever she needed. And no one was safe because she would walk into your house like she owned the place. So one of the stories, and I was able to get a couple of stories. One of the stories is that Hannah walked into a neighbor's home, and this woman was baking pies, and I heard a couple different versions of it. But this woman has spent all day baking these pies. And as somebody who bakes the pies at Thanksgiving, I know that they start out being made with love, and they end up with me cussing.
I just get the store-bought shit.
So this woman's making her pies. And Hannah's like, hey, can I get one of those? And the woman gives her, like, the smallest of the pies. And Hannah's like, no, I want the big one. I want the big one. Yeah. I'm sorry, Michael. Hannah says, I want the big one. And the woman's like, no, like, that's for my family. Like, these are for my family. And Hannah's like, okay, we'll see how your pies turn out, and leaves. Now, one source said that the pies that were currently in that woman's oven burnt to a crisp. The oven stopped functioning properly, which these are fire ovens, and that she was never able to bake a pie again.
Like,
Hannah got in her head.
Like, honestly,
I'm like, all right, that's a little entitled, Hannah.
Yeah, like,
but
damn it, we both won for one.
Okay.
Sorry, Mike. Actually, I'm not sorry. You pissed me off earlier.
So, yeah. So this woman's never able to bake another pie again, is one version of it. Another one is it took us a couple weeks.
But, like, honestly, how much of that is due to, like...
It's literally, she's just in their heads.
Yeah.
She's playing on that.
I mean, it would also be cool if, she actually was just like...
If she actually was. Now, another story is that there was a well-known man in the area who was known for his ability to fish. Like, nobody can outfish this man. Every time he casts a line, he's getting fish. Well, he sets up one day in the stream that runs in front of Hannah's house. And she goes down and she's like, hey, let me get a couple of those fish. Because he's been fishing all day. She's been sitting in her chair watching him.
And, like, this is on her property, or just close.
Maybe not. It's never stated. It runs past her house. So it could be on her property or not. So.
And if it was on her property, just like that, just like sounds like, hey, you're fishing on my property. Give me some.
Throw me a couple fish, right?
Yeah.
So. And this man basically looks at her and like starts laughing. He's like, I'm not giving you my fish. So she looks at him and goes, yeah, your luck's about to run out, and walks back up to her porch. The man's like, whatever, crazy old woman, and casts his line again. And he's there for the rest of the afternoon. Not a single bite. And he can see the fish because, this time period, the water's not that polluted. He can see the fish swimming past his bait. Did not catch a single one. Next day, same thing. He's not catching any fish. So he ends up going to Hannah Cranna with a bottle of rum and an apology, and she accepts his apology, and the next day he starts catching fish again.
Honestly, like, I probably know that it's just her getting to people's heads.
Mm-hmm. But she sounds magical as fuck.
She sounds like, and honestly, it's not even like debilitating stuff. It's just more like, nah, I'm just gonna make your life inconvenient for a while.
I'm gonna inconvenience you for a little bit
until you apologize.
Right.
So, like, honestly, like, I can't even like. She's like, sounds like someone we would want to be friends with.
Right. Like I said, I want to be her when I grow up. I mean, hopefully, I just like messing with people's heads. I love when somebody underestimates me. It is.
Oh, that's like one of the best feelings.
Oh, yeah.
And then proving those fuckers wrong.
Exactly.
Oh, love that.
And what she did, she just let them underestimate her and disprove of her and allowed them to believe whatever the hell they wanted to believe.
I mean, it's not her job to
correct them. So she was very unapologetically herself. But they said, people claimed that she was controlling the weather. If they had a drought and the crops started failing.
Damn it, who pissed her off?
Who pissed off Hannah? It was rumored that during storms, you would see her out on that cliff, the same one her husband fell off of, waving her arms around like she's, conducting the clouds and the rain. And
honestly, like, that sounds cool.
Right. That sounds like some shit I want to do. But another story is I think there was a couple of guys going past with a cart full of hay. Hey. And they saw Hannah. I want to say she was out in her garden because she had two things in her life that she truly loved. Her lily garden and her rooster Boreas. Some people think the rooster was her familiar. So
wait, quick question.
What?
Like, probably already know the answer, but I just want to make sure. Your familiar would be a cat.
With what?
Like, if you had a familiar,
yeah,
it would be a cat.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd join you in that.
I've already had one.
Yeah. I had my Abel, you had Sin.
Hang on. Side quest, real quick.
Side quest.
So Michael's Craft Store, I don't know if our local one has it, but they have a blow mold corgi ghost.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you the TikTok.
Oh, I didn't check it.
You'll have to check it. I think I sent it to the other Hexian I Know It.
Oh, also, another side quest. I'm in therapy. Claps for me.
Yay.
I can't clap loud or else Michael's gonna think that's a stopping point. So, guess who made their therapist cry?
Like I said, that's not how it's supposed to happen.
Okay, what?
The therapist is supposed to make you cry.
Okay, but we already gone over the fact that I shut myself down when I feel those emotions coming. And we were talking about, like, my relationship.
Yes, I know. Your tear ducts are rusted.
Oh, very. We're just talking about, like, me and my dad and, like, our relationship, especially, like, after I came out to him. And then he started tearing up just, like, because he's a dad. And, like, so I was resonating a bit too hard. And then
I already feel bad for your therapist.
I feel bad for him, too. He has to put up with me.
Yeah, that was the original reason I felt bad for him.
What's
having to put up with you? But he's getting paid, too.
He's getting paid. Yes, he's getting paid, too. Also, he keeps on complimenting me on stuff. And I think he knows that the way to get me to open up more is to...
You have a praise kink. It's okay.
Like, it's not even a praise kink. It's an ego boost kink.
Yeah. And then I get to smack that shit down.
No, like, that is honestly the best way to deal with me. Boost my ego and then humble me. Like, else I'll become insufferable.
Trust me, he does.
Yeah.
But anyways, really does. Anyway, back to the
Hannah. Bitch. Yeah.
Back to Hannah. So, she was very proud of her flowers. I want to say they were tiger lilies. Not 100% sure.
You said lilies.
There was some type of lilies. And her rooster, who one story I heard about her said he was a black rooster. Not sure. So anyway, Hannah's out in her garden, and these gentlemen are coming by with a wagon loaded with hay. Hey. And one of them yells, they start yelling insults at Hannah, just being rude motherfuckers. And Hannah just kind of looks at him and is like, I've literally done nothing to you right now. Right?
I'm minding my own damn business.
Right. She's like, I am planting flowers. I am tending my garden. What the fuck? And I can't remember exactly what it was, but I want to say like the mule refused to move. They finally get start getting the mule to go, and the wagon tips over and spills the load of hay. The mules get loose, run away. They got to go chase the mules down. Like a whole bunch of bullshit goes down.
A series of unfortunate events occur.
Exactly. And finally they apologize. They're like, we're sorry. Sorry for being rude.
That was uncalled for.
And she's like, accept your apology. And they're able to get the cart turned back up and bring the mules back and load everything and go. No problems.
Like, honestly, it's either she is the witch that everyone claims she is, or the universe has got her fucking
she is
back.
Favored. So, and this is the kind of stuff that you would hear, like somebody, had crossed her over like a land dispute. And she's like, fuck your potatoes. He was a farmer. He goes out the next morning, his entire crop blighted. And he's like, what did you do to me? Like, apologizes. And she's like, okay, this is what you do. Next year you plant, wheat. And he's like, okay. So the next year he plants the wheat. And then one night, just after planting, he hears a noise outside and goes to investigate. And he looks, and his entire field is like 3-4 foot high already. And he's standing there like, what the fuck? And here comes Hannah walking out of the wheat. Just like nods and dips. So these are the stories about her.
Like, there's a clear theme. Like, someone crosses her, like, when she's doing nothing wrong. And then they apologize. And then she's like, all's forgiven.
Basically, if you treat me good,
I'm going to treat you good.
I'm going to treat you good. If you disrespect me,
I'm going to...
But now, going back to the pies, like, her sense of justice is a little off.
Okay, that one, like... But then again, you said all these are more word of mouth.
Yeah, this is all passed down oral history.
So, like, honestly, that one could just be like a story, because all the other ones, it's something like legitimately like
legitimate, situations.
And then that just one is her just
right.
Like, honestly, that just sounds like a smear
that sounds
campaign.
like a petty Betty.
Yeah.
But, like I said, she lived rent free in their heads. And basically, in their minds, as long as they did her bidding, gave her whatever she wanted, things would be fine. And she really had them, basically, I wrote it down as compliance by coincidence. Because milk is going to spoil. Your farming's a crapshoot. Your horse might go lame. You might break a wheel on the wagon. Like, shit's going to happen.
Yeah.
But she became that, like, scapegoat for anything that went wrong. And they knew as long as she made Hannah happy,
everything
would be okay.
Yeah.
So they really did. And, more power to her. She found a way. But, she really was kind of a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
As a person. I feel like she was probably very opinionated, mildly entitled, very much a independent, strong woman.
Wow, sounds like someone I know.
Hey.
Except, like, minus the, like, entitled, because you don't really give off entitled. You don't give off entitled.
I work for everything I have. So, years go on, and Hannah takes on the appearance of, like, that traditional evil witch look. Okay.
Like, instead of trying to dissuade him, she plays into it.
Well, physically, like, she's aging. Okay?
Oh, yeah, that's also a factor.
So, she's kind of stooped over. Her skin, is very wrinkled. She dresses in the rags because she's like, fuck it. I ain't got to look good for a man. And, the entire community fears her, right? So 1859, 1860 rolls around, and, it's either like, all I know is it was winter, and her grave says 1859, 1860 there. So it's not 100% sure the year. So she could have died like New Year's Eve
and not
been found until New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. But I want to say it was if not the day before, then a couple of days before she passed away, her rooster died.
Aw.
And like, she loved that rooster. And she ended up, summoning a neighbor and telling the neighbor, like, hey, I'm going to go soon. I'm going to be dead too. Rooster's gone.
I'm going to kick him.
I'm going with him. Right. And the next day she died. But before she died, she had told this neighbor her final wishes. And it was that her funeral, and basically she was to be carried from her home by hand to the cemetery. No carriage, no sled, no wagons, no carts, nothing. These men are going to carry me on their shoulders down this big ass hill into the valley to the cemetery. And she was not to be buried until after sunset. She knew what she wanted. So she passes away. The women in the town come prepare her for burial. They get her in her coffin. And you notice, like, all of these stories, minus the pie lady, it was all men.
Yeah.
Right? So these geniuses are like, she can't do shit to us. She did. They're literally, I very much see them as the scene from The Wizard of Oz, Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead.
Yeah.
Munchkin Land dancing around and shit. So they decide, okay, it's cold. It's like December, January, February, maybe.
We want to get this over as quick as we can.
Get this over and done with. It's a heavy coffin. We don't want to carry it. Like, the road's a little slick. So they bring in a wagon that was converted to a sled. And they place her coffin in the back of this wagon. And they chain it down. Or, they put it in there. And as the horse starts to go, the coffin literally comes flying out of the back of this wagon and supposedly slides all the way to her front door. And they're like, what the fuck?
Hannah was like, nah.
And so they're like, all right, they pick it up, they load it back in the wagon, they chain it down. And they're like, where are you going? Nowhere. They're like every dad with a ratchet strap. That ain't going nowhere.
I got a story about that.
So do I. Obviously, they didn't say the magic words because just as the horse goes to take off, the coffin starts jumping around, breaks the chains, and comes flying out of the back of the wagon again. So they're like, the fuck?
Nah, Hannah's like, I said what I said.
And they keep doing this, and they get to the point where they're like, they load her back in the wagon, chain her ass down, and have grown men sitting on top of her coffin.
She ain't gonna let no man keep her down.
So, go to take off. You would have thought the men sitting on her coffin were riding a bull. She threw them bitches left and right, broke the chains, back on the ground again. So at this point, the men are like, all right, fuck it, fine.
It's always men.
Always the men. They pick up her coffin. They set it on their shoulders. They're all exhausted at this point because they've been fighting with a dead body in a coffin.
And losing.
Which is even funnier to me. And they carry her down the valley into her final resting place. And she is lowered into the ground just as the sun sets. They fill the hole in. They're making their way back, to the village.
Making their way downtown.
Yeah. And they notice a bright orange glow up on the ridge, and they look up, and Hannah's house is on fire. Some stories say it burned for a couple of days. Some say that it just, burned away completely in one night. Attempts were made to try and put the fire out, but when they went to her well was dry. So ultimately, the house burns down to foundation and chimney. That is it. And as soon as the house is no longer on fire, magically there's water in her well. And to this day, they say you can still see her because there are some remnants of the lily garden in her well, and you can still see her or her rooster up on that ridge. So this woman is iconic. You can still see her during storms, like all of these things. There's another story that supposedly, because she's buried in it's Gregory's Four Corners Cemetery, that supposedly on that road you'll see an old woman and you'll swerve to not hit her and end up like hitting Hannah's gravestone and dying. I've seen the pictures. It's up on a hill. Like, you got to go airborne to hit her grave. Okay. So, a lot of these things have gotten very exaggerated and very out of hand. But, you read between the lines and you look at, all right, this is the character of the person. I want to be her when I grow up. I want to be the weird lady that lives just outside of town, that sits on her porch, that is feared and revered. I want to live rent-free in so many people's heads that they just give me shit.
I mean, that just seems like the life right there.
I mean, like, I really and truly, I have multiple retirement plans. Okay.
Which one's your favorite?
My favorite, and I'm going to say this because even though I love my husband, he also has a retirement plan with his best friend. And their retirement plan involves smoking a lot of weed and taking up every lane on Wilma Rudolph at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'm down because it's 3 lanes one way, so you're going to need a third car. But I'm cool with that. But my retirement plan, and this is if Coco does not manage to marry a dying billionaire in the next couple of years. If he does, then I'm retiring now, and me and Mike and the kids are moving with Coco to Mykonos.
Bitch.
Coco and I dream. If that does not happen, and I somehow end up widowed, if Mike fails to die the same day as me, then Coco and I are going to buy an old mansion in New Orleans and live together as the aunts.
I'll send my kids to you.
And you'll send your kids to us for the summers. And like, that's a legitimate plan. We want to be the weird old ladies. Even though he's just a gay man.
I might just come with my kids at that point. Just like, you know what? Summer vacay.
We are basically going to cross American Horror Story Coven and Practical Magic.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? I'll just work remotely. I'll work remotely.
But that's the retirement plan. I want to be that old lady. I fully get just wanting to be left alone, relying on other people's not a strong suit. Just let me live my life. Help me out occasionally.
Like, honestly.
Don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
Like, honestly, for me, my retirement plan, move out into the middle of the woods and become the Wizard of the Woods. Like, that's my retirement plan.
I'm cool with being a swamp witch. I got another one I'll cover eventually.
Ooh.
My name's Aunt Julia.
You know what? Like, you can be a swamp witch. I'll be, like, on the other side. Doing my...
Look, you are talking to the person who has deep ancestral roots in Appalachia. I know some shit. I fully believe my grandfather's side there was definitely some granny witches in that side of the family.
Look, my parents decided to keep a lot of my family history from me, so I don't even know much about my stuff.
Like, I know some of the stuff from my grandpa, and one of the things is, of course, being in the South and being anywhere near North Carolina and Virginia and West Virginia and Tennessee, South Carolina, all of that. Everybody says, oh, one of our ancestors was a Cherokee princess.
One, Cherokee
didn't have that type of hierarchy.
Yeah.
And two, maybe not. But I doubt it's not some high-ranking member of a tribe.
Yeah.
But in my family, there is the story. And I cannot remember how many greats ago it was, because it's my grandfather's either 2 or 3 times great-grandmother. Might only be 2, not 100% sure. But she's the woman we get our eyes from, the very distinct eyes that we have. But she was a full-blooded Cherokee woman who married a white man. And, he went out hunting and left her home, in their cabin in the mountains in freaking Appalachia. And she's in the cabin doing whatever, and hears something outside the door. And before, she kind of looks out the window, and there's a bear on the front porch of her cabin, and she's by herself. I think this is why I'm the way I am, because this woman looks around and grabs a hatchet. That's all she has to defend herself with. Should this bear get through the door? Bear gets its paw up under the door. She chops the paw off. Bear runs away. She takes said paw, nails it to the front door to warn the other bears.
Iconic.
These are the people I come from.
Look, I'm just saying, we still need to have a compound.
That's also in one of the retirement plans.
Yeah.
But yes, I want to be the weird old lady. I'm already working on it. I'm already working on that. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to be Hannah Cranna when I grow up.
Yeah, that's a very, I love her.
I love her.
Iconic.
The first time I heard about her, I was like, she's an icon.
She is the witch to be.
I love this for her. I love all of this. And, because it is oral history, and it's, this is one of the things that was annoying, is it's not written down.
Yeah.
It's just passed down, but it's still important. She is a local legend 200 years after she was born.
Yeah.
243 years after she was born.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have that kind of legacy. I can hope. But just being unapologetically her.
Yeah.
So I will be her when I grow up.
Yeah.
And maybe before I grow up. But yes. So that was Hannah Cranna.
Nice. Very nice.
And
we don't know how to close this out.
I don't know how to close this out because she was just awesome.
So I'm just going to do an abrupt cut to ending. That's been the episode. You can
check us out on socials at Instagram, Twitter,
TikTok,
Facebook, YouTube.
At
Feral Nightmares Podcast.
Yeah.
And shoot us an email. Seriously, people. We need some feedback. We need some story ideas. Poor Zach is scrambling trying to find something I don't know about.
Okay, yeah, I am scrambling trying to find stuff she doesn't know about.
So shoot us an email, feralnightmarespodcast@gmail.com. Let us know. What do you like? What do you not like? Do you want me to do more creepy shit? Do you want Zach to do some true crime?
Honestly, we can,
do you just want us to trade off back and forth?
Honestly, I did find something that I kind of want to do where it's a man goes missing, but I don't know if that's more your area or my area that I kind of want to cover.
Oh, I mean, this one, like I said, it alluded to some crime.
Yeah, so, but yeah. Also, I'm going to also say this because we did discuss this before we started recording. The website's not fully done.
We have to do some updates on it. We've got, Zach has to talk about himself more. I have to talk about myself. Talking about himself is not his strong suit.
Look, I already do that in therapy. I do not want to do that.
So, thankfully you don't have to worry about making the audience cry.
Look, that was just because of
Yeah, I know.
empathy.
You hit him in his feels, whatever. I'm still going to make fun of you for making your therapist cry. So the website is still a work in progress. We are actually going to be doing some pictures after we get done recording today.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's been the episode.
Yes. Sweet dreams.
And Feral Nightmares. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
I'm gonna fight Michael, I swear to fucking God.
Okay.